Welcome back to another Handy Bros Insider. If you've been following it along, you know that we have been talking about the overarching plan of Chisel, how that's really the process of fine-tuning our efficiency throughout the company. Today, we're gonna take it a little bit further and talk about how the pods converted over to service and how they were morphed into a service vehicle.
It already had the ProMaster layout figured out, so we were updating all the ProMasters. Nick had brought me one of the RAVS, and he said, this RAV's here for a couple weeks, figure out a better way to organize it. So Nick had come down and said, like, what do you think? And I said, I think it's like a pod on wheels.
General gist of it was already set up for me. I just took it over and started to make it come to life. Between Nick and Eric's lead, they gave me a vision and I just followed what they wanted to do.
This took a lot of modifications to get it to the point of where we were satisfied with it and where it actually did the job properly. Ultimately, of course, delivering a better experience to the customer. Though that vehicle is a RAV4 on the outside, it is not on the inside. All the seats are removed, things are moved around, there's cages installed, there's shelving, there's a spot for everything.
Every RAV is exactly the same. There's not one more thing on any RAV that isn't on the next one. Everything has a spot that is specifically designed for it and it fits perfectly there. Like, you can't put a different tool in another spot. It won't work. It has to be this tool here in this rotation, exactly. That's how refined it has to be. The labeling is for the vehicle itself. So say you have one of our RAVs, Phoenix. You have to label every single tool for Phoenix because say you have to, for some reason, swap a tech out of it. We need to know that every single tool is accounted for on that vehicle. We can't hand that vehicle off to somebody else if it's not fully equipped, right? Every tech has to have everything they need for a job. We thought of a way to make this little tower on the back with a foam cutout that keeps everything sturdy, and we can quadruple the amount of things we could fit in that little area, meaning a whole week, they never have to worry about running out of what our customer needs, whether it's surge protection, a new capacitor, anything like that for the cooling season. They have over a week's worth. They never have to worry about having a return visit. Pelican box was Nick's idea. He had come to us and basically he had showed us a weatherproof box where our heating season stuff would go in that Pelican box, all the bigger parts. The idea was to move all the large parts from the back of the RAV up out into the Pelican box so that we could create more room for the small stuff. And it worked really well, actually. We have a battery in the back, a fast charger, and they can plug their battery into the fast charger, and while they're driving to their locations, they can charge their batteries. That way they're never waiting on a charge. You want to charge in between calls, you can do that. Or take a lunch, charge a battery, you can do that. That way they don't have to bring the charger into the customer's house and wait for it to charge. It just, they turn their vehicle on, they drive with it, and it charges whenever they need it to. The cage is like super heavy duty. It was pretty difficult to construct. The idea is that the driver's safe at all times in the front. There's nothing flying off, no chance of them getting hit by anything.
It's all the same thing that the pod offers, right? Like inventory control, you open up a RAV, you just know what you're in for. From the work standpoint, they know what to expect inside their packouts, what they can offer the customer. I love that it's a mini pod. I just love seeing the packouts because like that's the vision that's been in my head since the day we started this whole project.
What Chisel allows us to do, what uniformity allows us to do, what efficiency allows us to do, it allows us to deliver an unmatched experience directly to the customer. Not just once, not twice, every single time. That's something that nobody does like we do. And even if they tried, they're years behind us. Chisel was this movement that allows us to be so operationally efficient and consistent that it delivers an experience to the end customer that nobody can touch.